Hi, everybody, and welcome to Corporate Review. I'm your host, Ara Tapuzian. I'm the Economic Development Director for the City of Novi. I'm here at Rock Financial Showplace with the owner, guru himself, Mr. Blair Bowman. Blair, thanks for having us come by and
welcome.
Share the facility with all the viewers. You know, this is a show that you would have thought we probably would have done a long time ago. We're in here so often, and not only do we do events here, but certainly there's a plethora of events that come in that for someone like me, it's pretty beneficial. But talk about Rock Financial Showplace, the dream of having your own expo and convention center. When did that start?
Well, actually, the former Novi Expo Center was housed in the old warehouse, former Mohawk liquor plant there at Novi Road in 96. In fact, that started back in 1991. We formed a committee which started the dream, and you know, which ultimately led to allowing us to build a new state-of-the-art center 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years ago in September.
And people think when they hear Rock Financial Showplace that they can come and do their mortgage loans here, and that's not the case. This is the name of the facility, but very popular name nevertheless.
We did a naming rights deal, you know, similar to Comerica Park, and it's worked out very well for both organizations. And no matter what the name, of course, the facility is both a convention and an exposition center. And currently, we're in the Diamond Center portion of our facility, which is one of the real reasons why we built a new facility, because in the old facility, it didn't have the meeting rooms or the nice facilities for weddings and social events and breakout room capabilities to really do, you know, the whole gamut of events.
And you get the best of both worlds this way. So how big? Give us an idea of the size of the Diamond Center versus the exposition halls.
The whole facility is 320,000 square feet. Now that includes all spaces. The Diamond Center is 60,000 square feet in total space, but that includes the back of the house, the kitchen, the service corridors, and things like that. The ballroom itself, the main ballroom, is 20,000 square feet of column-free space, so we can serve up to 2,000 people in a seated, plated dinner setting. And you know, 1,400 people comfortably with large food displays and staging and things like that. And then we have up to 14 total breakout rooms too that we can service for meetings and you know, breakout functions for a convention.
How does Rock Financial compare throughout the state with other convention expo halls?
Well, there's I guess one major important distinction, of course, is that we are the only major privately owned and operated convention and exposition facility really in the Midwest. It is very unique. Most of the times these types of facilities are owned by the government, an entity that bonds for and then operates at a loss to bring in delegates and convention goers and shows. So we're unique in that aspect, so there's not a lot like us. But as far as size, we are the second largest to Cobo Hall in the state. And as far as meeting and banquet facilities, we're probably the third largest in the area right now. So, and as far as individual ballroom space, certainly behind maybe the Marriott and again downtown, we're probably the third largest.
Terrific. Certainly a diamond. I know Diamond Center, but this is certainly a diamond for our city. Whenever we're marketing, is certainly for what I do. It's certainly a good avenue to be able to promote
gem of a
there.
place.
It is a gem of a place. Let's walk in and take a look at the Diamond Center, give people an idea of what these halls look like.
Sure, indeed.
Great. So Blair, let's talk about the big Diamond Ballroom. And they're getting set up here for obviously one of the big events. And how many weddings and conferences do you actually have in this side of the building?
Oh, literally hundreds of events are handled in the Diamond Center. Where we used to do 70 major shows and events a year in the former Novi Expo Center, we literally will do over 700 total events in this combined facility for the 2010 season.
And this can be sectioned off. And
so this is 20,000 square feet, as we said, and as the lights are coming up, they're setting up for the Boy Scouts of America here to recognize their Eagle Scouts.
I never was one. I didn't really. It was the two sticks together and the running and
no
exercise.
Badges, huh?
No badges whatsoever. Those weren't the clubs that were good for me.
But we can divide this 20,000 square feet down into literally 6 different meeting sizes and configurations, so it gives us
Okay.
great flexibility. And then, of course, in addition, off of the lobby and pre-function space, we have additional permanent breakout rooms, so we can handle a multitude of events. And where we particularly shine, though, is where somebody needs exposition space and show space,
Right.
as well as then the meeting needs. And then we
Right.
can also combine that with food and social function capabilities as well.
Let's talk about that part of it too. You're really a one-stop shop. You've got the catering aspect, and you've got the audio visual, and
Yep.
how does that all work out?
Really, we have either through our own staff or third-party providers that relatively exclusively handle events here at our facility. We can handle soup to nuts, everything that you need. We have state-of-the-art audio-visual capabilities with everything pre-wired. We have full connectivity. We work with Bright House, great partners with them. They have us fully wired and connected to the internet. So we can really, truly provide for any type of technological needs, and then any type of equipment needs that anybody has, all the way from very glitzy and glamorous events, all the way just to tables and chairs and basic standard needs.
And what I like out of your place here too is certainly the location of it. Not necessarily just because it's in Novi and we're doing the show, but right off the freeway.
Right.
You got great freeway access, good signage there. You're drawing from a multitude of areas. When I came from Farmington Hills here, it's like, well, this is great. We got our own convention center and something that we could promote, and something that, I mean, if I'm not here a couple of times a month at a minimum, I would definitely be surprised.
Well, I mean, obviously, we're blessed with the location. I mean, as we like to say, we're 30 miles from anywhere and 30 minutes from any place.
Right.
Literally, you have Ann Arbor, Flint, not too far from Lansing, the airport, downtown Detroit, all the entertainment. And of course, right here in Novi, we've got great things to do with, downtown and Main Street and the shopping plazas and centers and malls. So we've got a lot to offer. There's no question about it. In fact, we were just recently made a destination through the Detroit Area Convention and Visitors Bureau as well. So that will help us market ourselves as a part of the Metropolitan Detroit package when a meeting planner or an event planner is looking at us. So that'll help benefit the hotels and the shops and the city as well.
Talk about the jobs, the workforce that you've hired to run this establishment.
Well, when we looked to establish a number originally, when we were talking about the economic impact of building this, we were thinking in the 100, 110 range.
Yeah.
We've easily now, particularly with on-site staff associated with the food and beverage partner here inside the Diamond Center, we're nearing 280 employees in total. But that, when you look at the third-party providers that consistently are here, and all the display groups and the technical groups, that could easily be doubled.
Wow. Well, let's look in the expo hall, and actually we're going to walk in on one of your most popular shows. It's, I mean, when you hear Blair Bowman, you think of RVs. There's a lot of jokes there. We won't go into any of them.
I appreciate that. I think, yeah.
But it's certainly a landmark. I mean, that's
it was literally our first major public event that we held back in the fall of 1992.
Right.
So we grand opened with Marvac and the RV and Camper Group, and they're here once again it'll be on their 18th year.
Well, let's go run in on them, and maybe we'll get a deal, right?
Yeah, no problem. A camper.
A camper. It's the same thing. Lead the way.
Thank you.